Cobblemon is a mix of Minecraft and Pokemon. A Nuzlocke is a self-imposed challenge that means when a Pokemon faints, they die for good. And I'm doing this for 100 days in Minecraft. Let's get started. And so we loaded in. Of course I chose Charmander off the rip because, that's the dog, my favorite Pokemon in the entire world. And I immediately got to leveling up. And after that we have to go find the first gym. So I had to go across the entire freaking planet, as you can see. But eventually, by nightfall, we actually did manage to find the first town. There she was.
Wow.
I don't know what exactly I was explaining, but basically I did some more training, leveled up, and yeah, I found Nurse Joy, but that ain't Nurse Joy. I don't know what that thing is. As you can see by the confused look on my face. Afterwards, I went and caught a Nickit and named it a Nari later. By the way, this thing took me forever to catch. Then, leveled up Charmander enough to get him to evolve, or Prometheus in this Nuzlocke here. Got him to evolve into Charmeleon. Just like so. Hard work and dedication. Yep. Now at Brock's gym, we had to do some stuff to get him to spawn in because he wasn't working right the first time, but now I was ready to fight him. Or so I thought. I needed to go and get a water type because I was not going to risk it, because the moment somebody dies, they're out for good. So I went and caught a Magikarp, leveled it up, and there you go. You get this guy. These animations are so cool, by the way. Yeah, we get a big Gyarados. Now back at Brock, I was ready to fight him this time, and he sent out his Geodude. I sent out a Slowpoke. Yeah, he didn't know I had that. Yeah. We're really running through this, so water pulse for the 4 times, easy works, but then he pulls out some bullcrap protects, and it doesn't matter. We're gonna get him. He swaps though to this Cornitos. Yeah, that guy, that thing. We use Water Pulse though, because Water Pulse kind of just wipes Brock's team off the map. Then the fabled Onyx, but guess what? You thought I was going to use something else? I don't even know why I was playing around like this. No, Water Pulse. And just like that, I almost one-shot him, but all these rock-type Pokemon have this passive called Sturdy, so basically they kind of just hang on for dear life, even if you try to one-shot them, which is really stupid. But we win anyways because I used the potion, and well, he used the potion too, as you can see. Yeah, they can do that in this game. But anyways, after he ran out of potions, I decided to finally seal the deal and kill his fabled Onyx. And then he brought it another Geodude, which I don't know why he did that after he just saw what I did to his main dude. But yep, I killed the Geodude too. And I think last was this guy. There you go, half health. Now here I'm just sealing the deal with the old Water Pulse. And just like that, we have won our first gym. Boulder Bash. And as you can see, I'm doing the pose of applause and celebration. Really feeling myself. Yeah. Brock down. Only 7 more gyms to go. And here I had to hype up Prometheus, the dog, so he ain't do nothing yet, but, Boulder Badge acquired. So yes, I opened up the badge box and put our first gym badge in, Boulder Badge Brock. Now, while I was on my way looking for Misty's gym in the middle of the freaking ocean, I stumbled across a broken down nether portal. And it actually had a bunch of obsidian blocks in the chest. So I decided, maybe I could make another portal and it'll be useful later. And there was also flint and steel there, so I kind of just had to do this. Here we go, placing that last obsidian block, using the flint and steel, and voila! As you can see, my own surprise in real time on that face cam there. Now, we were going to set sail on our Gyarados across the vast ocean to get to Misty, the water gym leader. Finally finding Misty's gym. I decided to walk in and she kind of just popped up in my freaking face.
Good evening.
I was kind of surprised, as you can see, that Brock didn't do that. As I was out training and catching and leveling up my Pokemon, I accidentally found one of the next gyms. So, yeah, I decided to take a look around and boom, Sabrina. Yeah, right there in the flesh. Just spawned out of nowhere, as you can see. Anyways, back to Misty, the water gym leader. Yeah, we got Lil Zeus all leveled up. You know, he's big and yellow and whatever. Yeah, we have all these electric type moves, so that's what I did for this gym. You know, the fabled Stalk Me uses whatever that was, and then I decided to, of course, use my own move. I used Thunder Wave. Now it's paralyzed, and guess what I did next? Thunder Punch. And just like that, the Stalk Me is out of the way. Now she brought a Horsey next, but of course, Thunder Punch again. And just like that, Horsey's at 2% health somehow. But, you know, I just went ahead and used another Thunder Punch. But she healed up. But it doesn't matter because this time, I hit a little bit harder. Now you got Psyduck. Psyduck also received the Thunder Punch treatment. You know, Lil Zeus is really should have just been named One Punch Man because that's kind of what's happening here. And then we won the Cascade Badge. As you can see, I'm hyping up, you know, Lil Zeus and stuff. So yeah, we put the Cascade Badge into the badge box. And we went on about our day. Now it was time for Prometheus to evolve once again, but this time it is the most important and special moment of the entire adventure. As you can see my reaction to their lifetime. Witness it, ladies and gentlemen. The Charizard in the flesh. I couldn't have been more happy. As you can see my reaction during live time. You know, just start interrupting in their reaction in live time. Now that we have a Charizard flying around and actually getting around the world was like 10 times easier. But I didn't make it to the next gym until nightfall. Damn. Because I don't even know how I would have made it without having like Charizard or something, because his gym was over 50,000 blocks away. So yeah, that was fun. Now it was time to meet the electric type gym leader. And he was looking very militant. I don't know what else to say. Anyways, so of course, per usual, I like to prepare before I actually challenge the gym. So I went out and caught a few Pokemon in the caves because, of course, ground type, rock types are good against electric types. But I did find an Eevee, so I couldn't pass that up. And I caught it in the Friendship Ball. So you know what that means. Yep, you guessed it. We're gonna evolve it into a...
How to finish him off with tackle.
Sylveon. Anyways, back to the caves. All I could find were freaking ghosts. You would think at least one decent rock type Pokemon would be down here since it's a mine or like cave, but yeah, this is all I could find. So back to Lieutenant Surge here. It was time for us to battle. Him and his fabled Raichu. Getting past Raichu is not going to be easy, and it wasn't, as you can see by my freaking team. Everybody freaking died. But we got a Flappy, and we re-evolved it into Big Zeus. And I also caught a Tauros as well, so that's fun. Anyways, back to the gym. This is my second time fighting him after losing my team. Yeah, I decided to use Tauros this time, Drill Run, and Raichu was gone, out of the picture. Then he sent out Magnezone, which made things, you know, oddly difficult, so I had to swap to Big Zeus. For some reason, Magneton was, like, immortal to, like, everything I had to offer on Big Zeus, even Dragon types. I don't know how that works, but yeah, so I just did what I could, and this matchup was kind of just a slow matchup, but we eventually won. It was just a battle of attrition, kind of. While I got bored and sent out Big Boy Prometheus, and I got really scared when he took that much damage, but we wrapped it up with a click old flamethrower, and yeah, that settled things like ridiculously fast. The GOAT. Anyways, he sent out Electabuzz, so I had to swap again. We will swap back to Tauros because what is he gonna do against a big fucking rock? So of course, we'll use Drill Run. He has quick attack, but yeah, big surprise. I got paralyzed for like 4 turns in a fucking row. So yeah, we'll be back when they're done playing around. Anyways, he sent out big electric yellow dog, which I don't even know, that looks more like a Digimon, but we won. The Thunder Badge. And another celebratory pose by Sir Rumble in the live action face cam there. Very nice, very nice. Thus, adding the Thunder Badge to the badge box. Now we found Erica's gym, the grass type gym leader. And this gym, how do I say it? She has twins. Wow. I didn't know what to make of that either. Yeah, you can see it by my face there. I didn't know what to expect. But anyways, we decided to battle her anyways. And of course, brought up Prometheus first because fire over grass all day. So a quick flamethrower and her Pokemon died immediately. Now this is where things went a little bit south. She sent out Vileplume, which somehow survived on 1 HP, and I got poisoned. Now, I didn't pay much mind to the poison here. But little did I know, this would be my fucking downfall. So as I'm one-shotting and sweeping her team, gradually the poison began to build up. And then, Prometheus died. As you can see by my face, I genuinely held that reaction for at least 90 seconds in real time. Anyways, I sent out Gyarados, or Poseidon in this case, and we decided to wrap up the grass gym. As you can see by my face, I am not happy at all. In fact, I wasn't even sure if I was going to continue this Nuzlocke without my favorite Pokemon and the best Pokemon in the franchise. But I decided to continue because, hey, I'm already 4 gyms deep. I can't back out now. I walked out the gym and then I thought for a second, I can't just leave. So I turned back, and then I killed this fucking. I put the Rainbow Badge Erica in my badge box. So yeah, not having a Charizard to fly around on made my journey 10,000 times harder actually, because I have to travel everywhere on foot, and I actually did. So it took me about an hour or 2 to find the next place and what I needed to do, which was get back home and then go to the nether portal we built at the beginning of our journey. Because we literally had to go to hell and back to get this little orange mother trucker, because this is the only place he spawns with a decent spawn rate. Words, I caught a the cotton ball, and we named it Gaia. Afterwards, I found the poison gym in the middle of the swamp somewhere, aka Koga's gym, and yeah, per usual, I decided to prep before challenging him. Starting off with a Rock Blast. Earthquake was 4 times effective here, so that actually helped us quite a bit with this gym. Having the Rhydon, aka Hercules. And then I could just use Rock Blast for the Venomoth. I almost got one shot here, but we got the Rock Blast off, and Venomoth was sealed. Now he sent out Drapion, which was a poison dark type. It was really weird for me. So I swapped to a Flareon I caught in the desert, aka the Hinokami, and I used Hinokami to heal up my other Pokemon, Hercules. So anyways, After Poseidon died, you know, very sad, I sent out Helios, the new Charizard I had got. And we used Flamethrower on Weezing, because we were going to take care of Weezing. Using Flamethrower again, Weezing had fainted, and we sent out Crobat. We used Flare Blitz on the Crobat, and it didn't do as much damage as it should have. So I just used another Flamethrower, so I didn't like self-suicide my Helios. But before Helios even got close to dying, I decided to switch back to Hercules because I wasn't looking to go back to hell. I mean, no one looks forward to going there. So I used Rock Blast. And it sealed the deal on Koga, winning us the Soul Badge, which I needed because I lost all my soul after losing Charizard earlier.
Damn!
And almost quit the Nuzlocke. And we had to get rid of Poseidon, putting him in the PC. Also had to get rid of, you know, Kami. Now, Jungle Arc time. You know, I had to scavenge the jungle because I was looking for new Pokemon, aka Scyther, but he never spawned. And then I went out into the middle of fucking nowhere to find Lapras because we needed a new water type. Now it was time to fight Sabrina, and I found a Dark-type Pokemon literally outside of her gym trying to attack me, so it made things very easy actually, regardless the fact that she spammed 30,000 potions this fight. Her last and most important Pokemon was Alakazam, and we traded blows back and forth using potions, healing each other and all that, but eventually there had to be a decider. And that was Apollo, the monkey I caught in the jungle. How? Well, guess what? I used the Hinokami strategy. Yep, you guessed it. I healed him up. Apollo died. Let's send out the Dark Bird. And we'll use Foul Play. And there was no way the Alakazam could survive it. Winning us Sabrina's Gym Badge. As you can see me smiling because I was very happy about this. And we got the Marsh Badge. Opening up the badge box, we put in the Marsh Badge. A rare defeat I accepted. Continue forward to Blaine in the Crimson Forest is what she tells us. So I did. Now we're back in hell. I didn't think I'd want to see this place again, but apparently I had to. So this time we flew across with Helios though, and it made things very easy. Now we were fighting Blaine, the 7th gym leader, and you would think he'd be easy since he's just a simple fire type. Nope! Guess what? For some reason, all of his Pokemon are the fucking Avatar, and they can wield every fucking element. So after Hercules died, my goat, we had to bring out Hephaestus. Hephaestus used Rock Slide and sealed the deal on that stupid turtle, forcing him to send out Macargo and thus forcing me to use Rock Slide once again. For some reason, his turtle knew Ancient Power. It just knew everything that countered me. I don't know why. But Hephaestus got it to 1 HP.
Oh my
1
God.
HP and I died to that. As you can see, my disbelief in live time. So as you can see, I brought out Indra, the water monkey I caught in the jungle, and he swapped his 1 HP for his Charizard, but that was a bad move because boom, Charizard's almost dead. So I decided to use another Scald, and he charged up Solar Beam, but that's a 2-turn move, so Charizard died for no reason. Now he sent out one of his avatars, another one of them. But this time we had a trick up our sleeve. It was called Survive the Random Counter that he just makes up on the spot, and then I don't know why, but this guy's Pokemon are like Sukuna. I don't know, it just felt like Gege was like riding these Pokemon. For some reason they had a counter to everything you threw at them. I healed up Indra, the water monkey, and Magmar had to die. The Hinokami method. He sent out Typhlosion, I sent out Helios, 2 fully evolved starters, and I used Air Slash. He used Eruption, but it didn't do much damage for some weird reason, and I decided to finish it off. Next, he sent out Macargo, so I had to think for a second. This Macargo has random moves that kind of countered me for some weird reason. So I decided to switch because I couldn't afford to lose Helios, and I brought out Ludo. Ludo took a hit, and I decided to use Hydro Pump, but somehow it missed. An 80% chance, and that 20% chance got me, and I lost my Lapras for no reason at all. So I brought back out Water Monkey, Indra, and used Scald. Scald took out Arcanine, and that was that. Then Macargo was brought back out, and I used Scald again, and Macargo was done. And just like that, I had won the gym. The Volcano Badge. And my monkey looks at me. I guess they're happy. Yeah, good for you, man. I opened up the badge box and put the Volcano Badge in. So anyways, I returned back to Brock's gym, and I decided to put the Destiny Nod in the map trader, thus making us Giovanni's map gym. Giovanni's gym map, yeah, that. There you go. After traveling 3,677 blocks on Helios, I was right at the spot it said Giovanni's gym was at. But there was nothing there. So I flew around for a bit looking confused and got on the ground. Because then I started to think, ground gym. He's under fucking ground. So then I spent, 100 blocks digging straight down so we could find his gym. And boy oh boy, did it look creepy, and I got jump scared by a sculk sensor. But tell me why this man has a gated community in his gym. And he got twins too. So anyways, I found a fossil inside of this freaking case thing. Yeah, consult the fossil. And I put it in the fossil extractor machine thingy after filling it up with a ton of berries. After the fossil extractor thingy did a lot of leveling up right before I fought him. Caught some new Pokemon, as you can see. We got Athena, we got a new Lapras named Aqua, and also Ryujin. I haven't mentioned him yet, actually. So it was time. And what no one decided to tell me was that it was a double battle. So yeah, we all started focusing the Rhyperior there. There you go, you got him out the way. Next up was getting this Tyranitar out the way because of that Thunder Fang. For some reason he just had that on. Then he brought out a Mewtwo that could somehow use Flamethrower. But we continued focusing that Tyranitar. And Indra was starting to get a little bit low, and that was one of my win cons. And unfortunately, Indra fainted. I then decided to throw out Athena, my new Gardevoir, and we decided to use Moonblast on the Mewtwo, because we can't just have a legendary Pokemon sitting in front of our face. And then I decided to use Dragon Claw on Mewtwo as well, because we had to get that out of the way, because for some reason they kept using a move that it shouldn't have. As you can see here, we got Mewtwo out of the picture, which was great. So I sent in Lapras to help clean up on this new poison ground Pokemon, which really is just a poison Pokemon. But for some reason, Giovanni can just have whatever Pokemon he wants. I then decided to use my water move on the Tyranitar, and he got to 1 HP.
Oh my god.
Made me really mad. But we had to finish off this Tyranitar. So we put everything into him, and well, I put Ice Beam into the poison dude, because if you don't, then you're gonna die to poison, of course, which was not gonna be fun. One of my Pokemon fainted. Aqua was getting low, but we one-shot the Nidoqueen, almost. But we brought out Lava Boom, which was an AoE attack, which was very, very smart on my part, because boom, it could get both of them out, right? So I used Hydro Pump, on another Pokemon instead of the Tyranitar because I thought I was going to die, but for some reason he has infinite potion glitch. But we got a burn off on the Tyranitar, so now we attack first and he does half damage. And Aqua was getting low, but it didn't matter because Aqua was the GOAT and cleaned up the Tyranitar finally. Last but not least, we have Nidoking and Persian here. Nidoking was gonna get one shot by my Lapras there, you know, Aqua. There you go, out of the picture. Now we have Persian, which for some reason had 30,000 infinite potions and somehow just kept dodging attacks and stuff. It was crazy. After about 3 turns of this Persian somehow surviving 2 very large Pokemon's attacks, we beat Giovanni and claimed the Earth Badge. I walked up to Giovanni and grabbed my gym badge and ancient DNA, whatever that was. Opening up the badge box, I put in the Earth Badge, claiming all 8 gym badges of the Kanto region. And I also, we also got Aerodactyl, so yeah, that was cool. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for tagging along on this very long 100 days journey with me. This is my first time ever doing something like this, so it was a heck of a challenge. And honestly, I'm not probably gonna do the Elite Four unless you guys like this video, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, yeah, it was fun. It was a really fun challenge, and I honestly wish I could have done more, but my audio, like my live audio, got cooked, so I had to do this entire voiceover thing. There was a lot more I wanted to show you guys, from, you know, how I actually trained, where I went, and the hours actually put in and all that, but we couldn't get to that. But yeah, thank you guys. If you want to see more of this, let me know. Other than that, I'm gonna see ya.